All right, I'm here on the job site. We're putting up a 36 by 54, 12 foot tall. We're about done with it. It's Sunday. I'm just running around buttoning stuff up. 36 by 54. It's white and blue. 12 foot tall. All we have left to do here, wainscot, base trim wainscot, corners. We're about buttoned up. We got to clean up. We got out of here in a hurry the other day, so the inside of the building's kind of a mess. We are just doing the shell. The customer is going to finish it later, but I'll walk through and kind of show you what we do and how I post frame. I worked for a big pole barn company for years right out of high school. So I frame more or less the way that I was showed by them. But anyhow, the piers were put in. The customer set the piers, which is not typical for us. Normally we do everything, but on this job, the customer set the piers. Either way, on the eaves, my posts are 8 foot on center. I basically use manufactured posts on everything. No 6x6s. They're just anymore. They're not straight, and I don't love them. But these are 3-ply 2x6s. I can get 3 and 4-ply 2x8s depending on the building size. My trusses always set. There's a knockout block in the middle. My truss is always set in the middle, and then they'll get through bolted up top. They'll get two bolts up top that I through bolt the truss. Seems pretty stout. My trusses are on 8 foot centers on this building, so all my purlings are on edge. Some guys run trusses on 4 foot centers and they lay their purlins down flat, but these trusses are spec'd by an engineer for a snow load and a ceiling, and they are rated for 8 foot centers. I know there's I'm going to go into it because I'm going to get questions about it, I'm sure, if anybody watches this video. My steel per manufacturer spec is screwed in the flats. I know companies like Morton screw in the high rib. That is because the steel is manufactured that to be that way, I suppose. The manufacturer specs it. This steel, by manufacturer spec, is spec to be screwed through the flat. So it's not up to me what the manufacturer says, what the insurance companies or warranty companies say. I do as I'm told per steel manufacturer. This manufacturer says to do in the flats. So to save any trouble, that's what I do. This building has two 14 wide doors in the end wall. And then it has a 10 foot wide door in the side wall. He's going to put, this is going to get in the back of the building here. We still got to get the steel on this end. He's going to have not really living quarters, but like a bathroom, little man cave area. And then there's going to be a lift in here. He's going to use it as like, it's going to be his man cave shop. Be a nice little building. Got several windows around the building to let light in. I guess you see all my chains. I use my chains. Normally there's well more up than this, but to square the building when there's no metal on it, instead of having boards inside and outside and trying to push and pull it. I got chains, and sorry about the mess everywhere, chains and ratchet come-alongs or ratchet binders, whatever you call them, and you can really fine-tune a building when we're straightening the side walls. Sometimes you'll have one on every truss, push and pull, and just to make sure that the fascia is good and straight, and then in the corners to make sure your corners are good and plumb. And then a lot of times they just stay up over the whole process instead of spending time taking them down while we're still building. A lot of times we just throw everything on, all our steel, and then we take them down last thing. You might see some of my door jamb metal. Looks like it's loose. It's just been put up. It's not tacked down yet. A lot of times I'll leave them loose until when they put weather stripping on for my overhead doors. It'll get a screw like every every foot in the weather stripping, and normally that's what holds the inside of that. They're obviously nailed and screwed on the outside, but on the inside, most of the time, it's the weather stripping that holds it. Let's see. This building has house wrap on the side walls, and then on the end walls, it goes up to ceiling height. The walls of this building are going to get spray foamed. I don't do that. That's going to be done by somebody else. The walls will get spray foamed. It'll get a ceiling and then blown in insulation in the attic. So that's why this building is Tyvek'd. Some get it, some don't, but this one does. Let's see. Anything else? Can't think of a whole lot else. Like I said, it's a mess in here. We're going to get hopefully another day in here. Get all our wainscot on, get that end wall on, everything picked up. It's going to be more than a day. It's probably going to be 2 days. Either way, hopefully get this building buttoned up this week, and then we're on to the next. We are going to be going to a 40 by 120, another post frame building. It's a 40 by 120, 18 foot tall hay barn is what it's going to be. So, and basically an entire 120 foot side is going to be open, so they can pull in and out of it, and he will be able to store several hundred big round bales in there. So that's our next project. I believe they've got our building pad done. So I'm going to run over there, make sure that pad's good to go. Like I said, we got a couple days here, and then be down the road to the next. If anybody has any questions about how or why I framed a certain way, let me know. Hope you all like this video, and I've never posted any construction videos before. But if you see anything you like, or I don't really care if you don't like it, but if you have any questions or maybe concerns or what have you, or suggestions, I'm definitely open to suggestions. All right, thank you.